Well, here's Donald Trump the next day, of course, in celebration of Mamdani's communism, wearing a red flag.
DSA merch?
Yeah.
This is a reference only for you, Sam, but he's dressed like Robert Goulet.
Exactly. Yes. He's got his, what are those called? Ascot on. Because he was obviously impressed by Mamdani's style, too. Here we go.
Do you still plan to deploy the National Guard to New York City?
If they need it. Right now, other places need it more, but if they need it, we had a very good meeting yesterday. We talked about that. But if they need it, I would do it.
Are you willing?
Okay.
Whatever he wants.
Do you understand that, like, Stephen Miller just started to cry when he heard that?
Oh, yes. That's the other person who I'm just so happy is probably upset about this. Zionist, racist, nativist Stephen Miller.
So let's just be clear on this. In terms of constituent one that Mamdani serves, that is the citizens of New York City, he was able, now this may change, but he was able to get Donald Trump to say, like, well, the National Guard thing, we'll see. Probably not. And then he also put this up. He also got Trump to back off of his saying he's going to cut off New York City billions of dollars of federal funds.
Oh, wait, people love me there.
Yeah, why would I do that? The people on the street really love me.
Look at the video. They said they loved me.
I saw the video where they interviewed. Do you know my father went to the pharmacy in Mamdani's district?
Daddy.
My father did. My dad did. Like, so there's a connection there. So as a material, as a material matter, he did that. Now, there's also knock-on effects from that. That you've got, like, Hochul now doesn't want to get to the right of Donald Trump and deny Mamdani what he needs. Mm-hmm. There's like the knock-on impact of this is dramatic. Then there is sort of like the movement impact. Now, the movement impact is helped only if all of it's contingent upon Mamdani being able to do what he said he was going to do. If Mamdani fails, we're going to know him only as the example of democratic socialism, of progressivism failing. Period. End of story.
And he's aware of that. I mean, I think that's why we'll talk about the Jeffries thing later and Chiose and what went down with DSA. I did not mean to rhyme that, but yeah, like that. But he's aware. This is where Zoran's a special political talent. He's aware of the significance of his victory and what it means for democratic socialism in the country.
And so, as a movement matter, and in terms of like just the broader politics, we know the Republicans. At least this is what Hakeem Jeffries thought. This is what the Republicans thought. This is certainly what Elise Stefanik was doing. They were going to run against Mamdani. And here is a perfect example of what went wrong for them. This is Todd Starnes. Isn't he from like, he's from some like right wing, is it the National Review or so? I can't remember where he's from.
Fox News Radio at the
Fox
very
News
least.
Radio. Maybe he was there.
Yeah.
But like
He's
this,
with Newsmax.
this is
Newsmax,
like
okay.
an old school, this is a standard Republican.
At 8:56 a.m. on Friday, scenario, Mamdani enters the Oval Office today only to be greeted by Tom Homan, who then personally escorts the communists back to Uganda. And then
Fanfic.
5 hours later at 1:40 p.m., I thought Mamdani was supposed to be a fascist dictator. What the heck is going on at the White House?
Hit him with that Riz.
The only self-identified fascist was Trump, where he's like, it's fine.
That's fine. You can say that. I don't know. It's not a big deal for me.
It's so, wasn't he supposed to be the ultimate alpha male, Donald Trump? But gosh, that smile just did him in, I guess. But you see why they are threatened by somebody like this who is strong and unambiguous and has people power behind him, because they can't be the strong men anymore. It's all based on perception, and little weaselly, weak liberals are much easier to bowl over in that way than leftists who stand on principle.
Here is Laura Loomer, also very sort of like beside herself.
She knew their relationship was open, but did it have to be him, Don? I said you could hook up with other people, but not
We're
him.
supposed to approve these first.
Yeah.
Pop this up. What is Elise Stefanik going to campaign on now during her New York gubernatorial campaign, since Zohran Mamdani's policies have been signed off as comfy by the GOP? Notice she didn't say Trump. She's afraid of singling him out. Keep that up there. As comfy by the GOP. Now, what is the GOP going to attack Democrats for if Donald Trump has embraced, like, even left of the Democrats' policies? Like, if they go out and say, this guy's a socialist I'm running against, he's going to go, thank you. This is what Donald Trump signed off on. She goes, are you still running for governor, Elise? Dems just need to run clips of the presser today to defeat Elise. And you know what? Laura Loomer's right. Laura Loomer's right. This is like, it is hard to imagine Mamdani coming out of this with any
better
more
situation?
benefit. Like, I just, and again, in a month, Trump could be like, he's actually, I found out his middle name is Kwame, and that changes everything.
He's a silver-tongued devil.
But this exists. This piece of political weaponry exists in real time.
It traveled. It really did. Just because it's just incredibly funny, and also I think Trump may retreat once like the charm the charm wears off. But I just do think that like you can't take this press conference back. He's already normalized Zoran and democratic socialism, which is amazing, more so than most of the Republicans and the Democrats in Washington.
All right, just to give you an example to sum this all up before we go to the fun half. Show the picture of me. This was a joke picture that we took in studio where I was trying to show how much taller. I mean, the joke was he was, Hassan is, he's a very tall guy. Mm-hmm. I am not that short in real life.
You're sitting down.
I'm actually crouching, I think, in this instance. But
worse.
Nevertheless,
Weird.
It looks like I'm sitting down. Well, yes, I'm doing that for effect. But the
get the
effect being
intent.
like, oh my gosh, look at this guy. And then we see this picture here. It's almost the exact same thing. Whoa, look at how big you are. Wow. Just amazing. Now, the only other thing I would say, and maybe we'll play this in the fun half. Trump never took his right hand off of his left hand. His left hand was over his right hand like this in almost every second of those 25 minutes. There was 1 second where he had done like this, and then he remembered to put it back on there. Even when he was leaning over, he kept that, he was covering that hand. Maybe that's the way to make himself feel secure, or maybe it's a way to cover up that little area where they put in the intravenous treatment. Who knows? I'm not a doctor, so I don't know.
Can't keep my hands to myself.
All right, let's... I gotta hold myself back. I just want to touch him. I just want to touch his shirt once. Let me just touch your suit. Let me just touch
What's that made out of?
What is
Where'd
that
you
made
get
out of?
Maybe the Riz is contagious.
Is that a silk tie? Is that a silk tie? I also just noticed that Mamdani wore a blue tie. I wonder if that was sort of like a purposeful contrast. But all right. We're going to head into the fun half of the program. We got to talk about Marjorie Taylor Greene resigning and the disarray that we could be seeing in the Republican caucus. She's resigning, not retiring. And supposedly there's a lot of talk that there could be more Republicans resigning. They go home for Christmas break, and it's like, why do I want to go back there? In 9 months,
Happened to some kids I knew at college.
I mean, honestly, this is the time. This is like peak school refusal, as it were. Hey, folks, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and check out our daily show. We do it every day at 12 p.m. Eastern for about 2.5 hours. We even take phone calls. You should check that out.